Alright y'all, in this video we decided to do a little walkthrough of our rig. Of course, as many of you guys might know, this is a Class C, and I know when we bought it, one of the problems we had was finding information about what other people was doing with their rigs. We wanted ideas. We found stuff on Class A's and travel trailers and fifth wheels, but it was really hard to find any information with Class C's, and which I found strange because, man, there's so many of them out there. So in this video, we're going to show you some of the things that we did. We bought this rig new. It's a 2025 model, Forester, model 2951 LE. I don't know what LE means or anything like that. What?
No slides.
You gonna let me slide? No. Yeah, one of the things that we bought, one of the reasons we bought this is it didn't have slides. And, we was wanting as maintenance free as possible. As many of you guys know, we've talked about in previous videos, we got a Class A with slides, and the extra space is nice, but those Class A, the slides, it's almost like not if but when they're going to let you down. And ours was just, it seemed like it was on its last leg. I was have to get outside and push on them while Terry would push the button to bring them in. So this time we was like, well, let's not get any slides and see what we can do with that. So we bought this Class C, knowing we're going to have to do some things to it. So in this video, we're going to show you some of the things that we've done.
Because the space was very tight inside here, very small, very tight. So
all right, so we had to try and maximize the space that we had, and get creative with some of our ideas. You're going to see some of the storage ideas that Terry came up with, and how we're maximizing the space for storage as well. So we're going to show you some of the remodel that we did, some of her storage ideas, and God willing, it's going to help somebody out there, give you some ideas.
Yeah. Absolutely. One
of the first things that we did, literally one of the first things, I think it was the first week that we owned this place, this RV, is there was a dinette here. And I think we have a video of when we first bought it, and you're going to see what I'm talking about. But there was a dinette here, and I don't know why they use these little booth styles dinettes. They take up a lot of space, and they're uncomfortable. First week we yanked that out, and it took 20 minutes for us to remove it. And if you see how these things are built, disgraceful. It's so cheap. So we yanked that out, and we went to Rec Pro and ordered this reclining love seat. So this came in 3 sections, both seats and this center console. And Terry and I brought this thing in, assembled it, and had it ready to go in about 30 minutes. So pretty easy. And it makes all the difference in the world, because on this side of the room, you spin the camera for me, over here was a jackknife sofa, and you literally you're sitting straight up and down in it, and it was just awkward, not very comfortable. So we yanked that out as well.
And it came way out here.
Yeah.
So you had to walk into the steps and around it before you could actually get down the little hallway.
Yep. So we bought this TV stand, assembled it, and we've got this little television that sets up here. Of course, when we want to watch something, most of the time we remove this television, especially if we're in a place. If we're in a place that's got some good scenery, this is how we do it right there. Because who wants to see just see a TV looking back after you if you're looking out at the mountains or something like that? So a lot of times we have it like this, and when you're ready to watch something, we'll stick it down there and plug it in. But all in all, it's double the size of the space in here, and we're really happy with how it turned out. Really happy with it. Okay, so some other modifications we did to the RV, kind of the bigger ones that we've done, other than the living room, is the kitchen. And this kitchen, when we bought it, Of course, there was a stove here. Sink, which the big sink's great, but when just imagine a stove being here, you had, this was literally all the prep area you had was right here. This was basically your prep area. So, you know, one of the things we decided to do was I bought the biggest meat board I could find, trimmed it to size already, you know, to give us more prep space. Now, the stove, when we had our Class A, we never used it. We literally never used it. And so we made a decision to pull the stove out. I bought this this big cutting board. You can get them from Home Depot. And I bought it, cut it to size. And now you can see the counter space we had. Most of our cooking, I'll be honest, we use Blackstone, and we have some electric skillets that we can plug in and use. So, you know, it made more sense for us to do something like this. You know, like I said, you know, when we was looking for ideas with Class C's, and we couldn't find anything out there that would give us any kind of idea how to remodel or do something that makes them a little bit more space friendly. So if you come around here, you're going to see, you know, by taking this, what we did when we took the stove out, it left this space in here, and what we end up buying is this Ninja air fryer, which is great because it's an air fryer / oven. You can toast in the top, or you can do the air fryer and oven down below. And that really, between the electric skillet and that and the Blackstone, that pretty much does, and a crock pot, that does everything that we want to do for us cooking. But the biggest thing is it just gave us all this space. Now, a couple of things we did do, which if you guys can find them on Amazon, we bought these under the counter drawers there and here. You know, little things like that. You know, we need a place for our silverware. Look at that, it's perfect. You know, and it's cheap, easy to do. You know, if you can find stuff like that to help yourself out, you're going to be a lot happier in the long run, using what space you've got.
Okay guys, one thing I want to talk about is storage in the kitchen. So kitchen storage, as we all know, any storage is important, but this works for us, and we've tried a lot of different things. In our cabinets, one of the first things that we did was get these plastic tubs so that we can put our, you know, bottles like salt, anything that might rattle around and fall out are in these tubs right here and in between it, because they help hold them in. And you know, we've got the non-skid little pad on the bottom, and of course, you know, your cabinets have a lip to help keep it from sliding out as well. At the top here, I've got these plastic tubs that hold like flour, pancake mix, grits, rice.
You didn't mention, you didn't say anything about your pointer that you're using.
Oh, and yes, I have to mention this pointer that my husband made.
Our last RV park, I just picked up a stick and cut the limbs off of it to make a pointer.
Okay, so anyway, so you can see it helps hold things in place, because before I just had them sitting out there, and when we would travel and open the cabinet doors, everything wanted to come falling out. On the cabinets inside, I mean, we're just utilizing all of the space. We've got these little clips here that you can see. They're paper clips, you know, like that you get at an office supply store, and they just snap on there. And we got these little, I have nano tape that's actually holding them on there. These little hooks hold our seasonings on both doors. We've got our measuring cups hanging up here. These little things here, you can get these from Amazon, and all these are is they stick on the wall, and they're to hang your curtain rods. So I use these to help keep things from flying during travel day. As you see, we got rice and, you know, pot holders. So, and of course our plates here. And we have this little shelf up here. I bought this from Hobby Lobby for, I don't know, it was on sale for like $5. So we nano taped it to the wall as well. And it holds our spices that we're not holding down here in this one. Got both of these from Hobby Lobby for like $5 a piece. They were on sale. So I'm going to show you these little, why I chose these. We looked for a bunch of different ones. Some of them have with a little round that you push on the top, but they just come off. So these, see how those snap off? And they got a rubber seal around it. So anything that's in here, this is coffee, for instance, in a plastic bag. Suppose that plastic bag came open when this fell on the floor. Not in these. It's not going to pop off. And of course I had the names on it so my husband can figure out what's what. Pasta. Okay. Okay guys, there is something else in the kitchen that I think was super important, because our broom and our mop, I had nowhere to put it, and we were always knocking it over and tripping over it. So Daniel made me this little rack here that holds the broom, dustpan, fly swatter, apron, but we got the silver rack from Amazon, and there was no where to screw it to the wall that had a support behind it. So he made this piece of backing for me out of fern strip and duct tape that was designed like a croaker sack thing. So it's super helpful. I mean, if you see, the brooms and mops just, you know, snap in and out of there. And you can pick that up from Amazon. Okay, so let me show you some storage solutions that work great for us. So up here was the cab that had a bed that we took out. Had a little piece that come across here. Open this up. These were like little sections that had the curtain that went across here, Velcro, and I wanted to cover that up, so I just put some cute little, you know, decorations on there. But up here on the top, what really works great for us is these bags. Got for $20 a piece from Hobby Lobby. And as you can see in here, we've got paper towels. That one over there I think has coffee in it, some extra coffee cups, coffee filters. And these back here have our winter clothes, because as you know, these Class C's have small cabinets for your clothes. And then we got a little rolled out one of those, I guess they're made to cut and put in your drawers to keep things from sliding around. We put this out here to keep the baskets from sliding, because it is kind of, and they don't move. It works great. So these are very flexible, as you can see. I'll show you this one over here has our blanket in it. Has a lid on it, and this is very flexible, so we can push these up to the end of the cab right there, so it doesn't damage the wall space for storage. And here, this is just an expandable, collapsible laundry basket. Kind of keep that up there, because it there's some stuff over here like my computer and a few other things that I keep in it when we're just stationary. When we travel, this goes to the back. The laundry basket stays, but of course my laptop goes to the back. And we got a few little decorations up here, added some new curtains. And I'll tell you how we did this was, there was a curtain rod across the top that was screwed to the ceiling, and it was one of those very dark gray curtains. I guess you call them curtains. They had a short one up here and a long one that went around here, and it was not very eye appealing. It made it look very dreary in here. So we took that down, and when we took that down, there was some screws holes there. I had used that just to mount those. Put some new curtain rods, used the same screw holes, and got those curtains from Amazon. Picked up a few things from Hobby Lobby to kind of decorate it, which made it really nice. And this piece up here on the wall, we got that from Hobby Lobby, and that's just held up with Velcro and nano tape. And if you don't know what nano tape is, go to Amazon, just say nano tape, search for it, and it'll come up. You'll see it's like double-sided clear tape. That stuff is excellent. It's almost as good, if not better, than Commando tape. Same thing on the other side, curtains, decorations. Yeah, and that's, you know, kind of helped us with storage. All right, so here is a really easy, simple, inexpensive way to provide some privacy when you're boondocking. Especially if you're just staying overnight one night, you don't want to put the cover on the outside. So what I did was I got these are like reflective rolls. It comes in a roll. And what I did was I just did a template and made it in the shape of the window. And on the back side, I got some, I think they call it blue jean material. It is like blue jean material, it's a little bit thinner, but I just glued it to the outside of it, which actually would be on the inside, just to kind of make it look nice and appealing. But all I do is boondock day, come up here, stick it on there, and there you go, you got privacy. And I did it for both windows, and the windshield as well. Okay, as you guys know, we do travel with fur babies, and our fur babies love it. So like when we're not in here, they like to get in our chairs, or at night when we go to sleep, this is where they sleep. But during the day, one of their favorite places is up here in the front. I guess because it's cooler. So what we did was we put them a bed in between the seats so that they can get up here and, you know, kind of snuggle in. That's where they like to hang out a lot of times during the daytime. But one of the important things that we did, we searched high and low for a water bowl. And I've gone through 3 of these. I even had the one that had the plastic top that sits on the water, and when they drink, it comes out. I mean, they drink and water goes everywhere. And as you know, we're in an RV, and the last thing you want is water all over your RV. So I got this bowl from Amazon, and it has this little piece that floats on the top and has a filter underneath it, so it keeps their water clean. And they drink out of this, and I tell you, this thing right here doesn't move on travel day, and the water rarely gets outside the bowl. It's just a great find off of Amazon if you have dogs and are looking for a great way to keep water from splattering all over your RV. Okay, moving on. So one of the really good things that I feel like we got along with getting these new recliners added in here was this headrest. So I'll show you this. When you sit down, most of the recliners, your head goes back like this. And so you're looking at the ceiling, and there's no TV in the ceiling. So what we do is we got these from Amazon. As you see, they got kind of a sticky back and a little pillow in it. And what they do is they just, kind of fall over the back, kind of hangs over there. And now you got a headrest. So now, when you sit down, your head's up like it should be. I don't know why they don't make recliners with these on them. Hey guys. Okay, so on to the next favorite little find is sometimes during the day, if we go out, whether we're going to do laundry or whatever, we leave the fur babies inside, and we picked up this nanny cam. So this nanny cam, of course, is Wi-Fi and connects to our phones, and we can not only see our fur babies inside the RV, but on the app that goes to the phone, it also tells us what the temperature is inside as well. So if the temperature starts, climbing, then we know we need to get back. Because usually what we do is we turn the water heater off, we shut the water off, we make sure the coffee pot's off, we have a fan up here, we turn that fan on for ventilation, turn the AC on at a certain temperature to keep the pups comfortable. We turn on the nanny cam, and of course we have Wi-Fi here because we have Starlink. We can go anywhere, and it's on the app and shows what they're doing in here, and usually they're sitting right here on their cozy little sofas sleeping or looking out the window watching for us to come back. And we picked this up at Amazon.
Okay. One of the things we did, we had to do something about hats, because I wear a lot of hats because I don't want to get sunburnt. So.
And now I'm adding hats to the collection.
Terry's jumping on the bandwagon. So. One of the, I had them here and there, and they was all kept being in the way. So we found these racks, and we've got these little gator clips, and this works great. First thing I thought, I said, what's going to be in your way when you walk in? But as soon as you walk down the stairs, you literally never hit them. So it worked out really well, because what's the one thing you do as soon as you walk in the house? You take your hat off. As soon as you go outside, you put one on. So it ended up being a pretty good solution for us.
So one of the things with moving from a sticks and bricks to an RV is making it husband friendly for storage that we have in these small little cabinets. So if I don't know if you can really tell, but you see the length of this stick. Well, if I go back in here, that stick goes all the way inside the closet. And don't mind my chips because I'm kind of reorganizing. But that is very deep back there, and you can't see hardly anything. So what I did was I made these little lists of inventory that's inside each cabinet. This is the top shelf. This is the middle shelf.
And why did you make that list for, Terry?
So that my husband knows what's in there, and we don't buy twice.
Rude.
And I will show you something that's really good, is if you aim that camera right down here, you see this little step? this is actually really for my husband, but I use it too, so that we can step up here and we can go to the back and reach whatever's back there in the back.
Great.
So one of the things that we added is we have one here and one at that entrance. At nighttime, when we go to sleep, we close that one. So we have an opening to the bedroom and to the bathroom at night. But during the day, our fur babies like to come back here and sleep on the floor sometimes because it's cool. But it makes it easier for us coming from the front to the bathroom. So during the day, what we do is we put this doggy gate, keep the dogs out, because what happens is when we go out during the day, the dogs like to get muddy. They like to get in the water and play. And when we come in, they're all super muddy. And the first thing they want to do is jump on our bed. So we keep this gate closed so that they can't.
Disclaimer, we do wash them off. We don't let them run in muddy, but
yeah, but sometimes
still they're damp and
paws are muddy.
yeah. Sometimes it's just they got, from going out to use the bathroom, their feet might be a little bit muddy, but yeah, they like to run and dive bomb our bed, so we had to put a stop to that.
So one of the first things that we did when we bought the RV is, I'll tell you, this mattress, this is a queen size, well, I'd almost say full size bed, right? Actually, the frame is full size, but the mattress was a queen size, and it had about this much space on both sides of the mattress that when you sit at the edge of the mattress, you would fall off. So we ordered a new mattress.
That fits the box
that
spring,
fits
the base.
The base. And when we ordered it, we also ordered the mattress to be with a crease in it. So it normally, like during the night when we sleep, it folds down. It comes and just gives us enough room to walk by to sleep. But during the day, we just fold this up. We put a hinge down here.
A piano hinge.
So that we can lift this up and put storage in there. Or you can sit down here and, put your shoes on or whatever it is that you need to do, and then you got plenty of space to walk around the bed during the day.
Listen, guys, if you're going to have an RV, one of the biggest things that you're going to fight is water. If you're boondocking or something like that, water usage is premium. Plus, these RVs don't have a big hot water tank. So, do yourself a favor, get you a shower head like this that you can turn off and turn on and turn off just like that. And that way you can soap up, rinse off, and your wife's not mad at you because you used all the hot water. Really good thing to have. One thing that we also did was when we bought this was actually, there's a plug-in right here, and this was for like if you wanted to have a television in your bedroom. We don't really watch television in the bed. We like a fan. So I mounted this fan up here. It plugs in right here, goes right on both of us, and just helps, at nighttime.
I just want to give you a quick overview of how we do our laundry basket, because we don't have a lot of space on the floor. As you can see beside these beds, it's very limited. So what we did was, I got these hooks off of Amazon, and we found the studs right here, and Daniel put me a screw in each one of these. And we got these laundry baskets off of Amazon. There's 2 of them. And if you see at the bottom, they have zippers that you can unzip, get your laundry out. But what we do is we hang it here. Our laundry goes in. When it gets full, we move one of these to the front seat. And then when we fill this one up, we go to the laundry. Hey guys, so we were going to go do laundry, but instead we got a visit from the camp host who said we got some really bad weather coming. 70-mile-per-hour winds, and there's going to be some hail. We normally wouldn't leave until Monday. We had talked about maybe leaving a little bit earlier, so we're packing it up and we're going to go ahead and leave. Daniel's packing up our stuff outside, going to get us ready for a road trip. We're going to head away from the storm. And in the meantime, I'm going to break us down inside and start moving some stuff around. something that we kind of like to do. Coffee on the go. So when we had our Class A, we didn't really do this. We would always stop for coffee. But now that we got our Class C, you know, we're trying to make things run a little bit smoother. So I make coffee in the thermos before we go. I don't know if you guys have a Class C, but you know this. We do have a generator. When we stop, whenever we stop, whether it be to take a break or a boondock or whatever, if we stop in a place that, you know, is a quiet area and we don't want to run our generator, we don't have electricity in here. I mean, yes, we do. We have a solar panel. The solar panel runs the batteries that run the refrigerator, keeps it going, and also runs the lights in here. So we try not to use the lights in here too much because, you know, overnight we don't want to run the batteries down. So what I do for travel day is I make coffee in our thermos. And I will also make coffee in the coffee cup and put it up front. Daniel will usually have coffee while we're driving. A lot of times he'll do like a bottle of water. And voila.
Okay, so here's the situation. About an hour ago, maybe two, the camp host went around and was telling everybody, letting everybody know that we had bad weather moving in. There's possible tornadoes, tennis ball size hail, 70-mile-an-hour winds, and was like, you know, tell us to buckle down for it. And me and Terry, no, we're not doing it. We loaded up everything and we're gone. We're heading down to Wyoming. We're running from it. So right now it's raining, but not hard. I think we're right in front of it, so hopefully we can outrun it.
I almost failed. Guys, I don't know if you can hear the wind or not, but it is so windy. It's almost blowing us off the road. See the steering wheel? Are about nickel size.
Thanks, baby. You ready to rock and roll, babe?
Let's do it. It's up there, dude.
All right.
Alright, let's do this.
On the road again. Talk to me, girl.
To the
Good
left.
on the right?
Yep, to the left, to the left. It's on Powell Highway, so.
Continue on Powell Highway. In 1/4 mile, arrive at 4727 Powell Highway on the left.
See that sign right there? I don't know for sure. Yep, that's it.
Where's the turn?
Go up there just a little bit more. Right here.
Okay. And what, to the left?
4 roads. So, because we're in 27, I said, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so this would be 1 through 7. Where she's going is 8 through 18. And we want to go to the next one.
This one or the last one?
Yeah, so let's look down this and see what we got in this one.
We gotta go to the next one.
Yeah. He said it should be down to the end, about the third one from the end.
Okay, well, that's 31 right there on the left.
Okay.
On the right.
Alright. So
32.
that's 21.
Okay. This it?
No, no.
Oh, I thought you said that was it.
No.
Well, they're in our spot.
No, keep going.
Oh, I thought you said that was
What's wrong
it.
with you? That's 26 and we're in 27.
Oh, well, you didn't say.
I tried to say.
You need to stop hacking on me.
No, you need to stop hacking on me.
Hey y'all, thanks for watching the video. As you can tell, this video changed midstream. We intended to show our RV off and give them some more pointers and tips and tricks and all that stuff, but honestly, right in the middle of it, that storm came up unexpectedly. Thankfully, you know, everything, we're fine. The RV, nothing got messed up or anything like that, but you know, when the world gives you lemons, you make lemonade. We ended up in Cody, Wyoming and had a great time, and now we're in Buffalo, Wyoming, and we've got to see some stuff we didn't intend to see. So thanks for sticking around. Like, comment, share, all that stuff. See you next week.